Hi, my name is Nikita. Today I'll host our SQL mock interview. I prepared three tasks for today. So let's start. Could you just briefly introduce yourself?
My name is Gunel. I am in the data engineer field just 1 year. Before I worked as a data analyst 2 years in a big holding in Azerbaijan. Primarily, the project focus on electron wallet transactions. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Nice. Well, let's start. I will share with you the link to our code panel where we'll type the answer. Feel free to ask any questions and let's go.
Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I see.
Perfect.
Here's the first task. Feel free to read it out loud and then yeah, you can just start.
Let's read. Find the total sales amount per customer who made more than 2 purchases. Only include customers whose total sales amount is greater than 500. Tables customer, we have customer name, good. Orders, we have order ID, customer ID, order date, total amount, expected output, customer name, total order. One more time. What we have two tables, customers and orders. In customers, we have unique information about customers. It's customer ID name. In orders, it's their transactions with date, ID, order ID, total amount. And what we're gonna do, we should find the total sales amount per customer who made more than 2 purchases and total sales amount. Sorry, can I ask one question? Here we should apply this, let's say, filter in a level of 1 purchase.
For the total sales.
Okay, okay. And I think I couldn't run the query here, yeah? I just need to type.
Just easily type and let's see.
Okay, what we're gonna do, we will select from first table orders. We just need customer name, total orders. Okay, here we will get customer ID for now. After we should aggregate and count all the transactions. We will do count order ID. It will return us transaction count of the customer. Let's say transaction count, and also we should sum the amount of the purchases. Sum is the column name, total amount. It will be total amount, total orders, sorry, total orders. Okay, and we should say we will group by customer ID, and say that say that transaction count more than 2 count. Oh, sorry, only include customers whose total sales amount. First, we will say that count of transactions more than 2, and at the same time, sum of sales. Okay, sum. We can make it here too. Sum total amount more than is greater than. One question, greater but not equal.
That's a good question. Yeah, let's assume just more. Yeah,
just greater. And
not
here
equal.
here as well, greater than 2 or greater and equal.
More than. So let's assume also only.
Okay. What will return it? It will return customer ID, total order, total amount, but we need customer name. That's why we will join it. We can do it by 2 ways. We can join right here, but it will not so efficient because at this stage it will first join and after just apply these filters. We can write it with CTE. For example, it will be our transaction table, and after we will select, we will left join to our customers table in order to retrieve the customer name. Customer C on transaction customer ID is their shared column. Customer ID, see customer ID, and what we'll take here, customer name, and we will take total orders, which we counted before, and total amount. Should we make some sorting or no sorting? I think that's it.
Good. So could you just go through it once again and explain?
Okay. What in the first part, what I've did, I just select customer's ID from orders table and calculate for each customers the total orders by count, and also make sum of all. Sorry, total amount. Okay, yeah, and some total amount of their all purchases, and what we need the customers which transaction count more than 2. I wrote down it here. First, I grouped by customer ID, and after I applied filter transaction count more than 2 and total amount more than 500. By the way, here I can also write not in the in that way I can also write total orders. It will recognize it. And here I can write total amounts because I already mentioned them here, but this way is also okay. And after the second part, for retrieve the customer name, because we don't need customer ID, we need customer name, I left join to a customers table based on their share column customer ID, and retrieved customer name from customers table, and from pre-calculated transaction table total orders and total amount.
I think it's great. So I don't have actually any comments. I think
Okay.
it's correct. Okay, let's go to the task number 2. Let me copy the task.
For each product, find the most recent order it was included in, and calculate how many times each product has been sold in total number of orders. Expected output, product ID, product name, most recent order ID, most recent order date, total orders. What we have, products table, product ID, product name columns, order items, order item ID, product ID, quantity, price per unit, and orders. We have order ID. Okay, I think I should read it again. Okay,
Yeah, of course.
we have products table. For each product, find the most recent order it was included in. Okay, okay, order transaction table is here. Our orders table is transactions table, and each can be joined with products table based on what? Order ID. Okay, first we need to join with order items based on order ID, and after based on product ID, we shall join with products in order to retrieve product information. Okay, date we will take from orders table. Most recent, it means for each products we should, for example, apply raw number and choose the last. If we will make it descending order by order date, we will choose first one. It will be the recent products sold. And what we else need? Find the most recent order date was included in. Calculate how many times each product has been sold. Okay, it's easy. In total, what its expected output? Product name, most recent order ID date. I think I got it. I can start. First, we will take most recent order for each product. So first I will gonna join these 3 tables in order to see at the same level orders and products. Select all. I think I will join, first choose products table, and after left join. Oh, no. Oh, no, I can't. Left join order. Is it case sensitive table's name, or I can write it with?
No, for me, yes, as we are using this redactor, right? It's not case sensitive because we don't check the results. For me, it's important to see your logic. Yeah, right. You can just write it all in lowercase. It's fine.
Okay, perfect. left join on products table and order items, share product ID column, product ID equal all product ID. And after we can join to the order items, left join orders O2 on. Here we will choose orders table, order items table, and they share order ID. Order ID equal to O2 order ID. Okay, now we join three tables. From first tables, we need to get product ID and product name. Yes, product name. Okay, now it's the part of most recent order ID. I'm sorry, in this SQL, can we use qualify for row number, or it's qualify not work in Duxter? For
For
example,
qualified, yeah.
well, for example, when I write row number, I used to work in BigQuery. When we write row number there, we shouldn't first, for example, create row number and after in the second query select row number equals to. We just write qualify row number equal, for example, first.
Yes, if you know qualify function, yeah, of course.
Okay, product name.
But then you will need just to explain how it works, and that's it.
Okay, perfect. Most recent order ID. Here I will write qualify row number over partition by product, order by order date, and in descending order, because we need the most recent and should choose first. It will return us the last sale of each product. And here we can already take order date and say that it will be most recent order date, and we can choose order ID and say it will be most recent order ID. And last step, we should calculate the amount. We will just say some total amount. Well, not amount, but has been sold. No, count many times. Sorry, it will be count of order. We can say order ID or product ID. I think it doesn't matter. Total orders. And at the last step, I'm not sure. Can we use group by after qualify? Okay, I think that's it, but I'm not just sure about this part. I should test it by run.
Yes, in general, I think it's not. It depends maybe on the DB, but I think you can't. It's not the best thing to use group by and window function in one query, right? So you should separate them. Could you just rewrite it and put it in different?
This part, you mean? Yes, it's not good.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yes, I can rewrite it. For example, with action as. I will remove it from here. Then at this level, I let me think. Most recent, yeah. At this level, I just make a group and count everything, but leave these. Just a second, I need to think about it.
Of course, yeah. Take your time.
If I will group the here, it will not appropriate with just count, because it will group every ID and I shouldn't count. I couldn't count total. But what I can do, I can use window function count here. No sense of grouping here then. Oh my god, it's a little bit confusing.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. We can create row number and leave it like this here. Let's remove it. row number for these two, or we just make row number for one. Row number or partition by product ID, order by order date in descending order. And let's write it like array and add here order date. I will put it at the end. Okay, what we have here, we have product ID, product name, order ID, order date, and errand. Okay, at the second CT, we will write, we can write select all, but I will do it like this. Product name from transaction where error n equals 1. It will take most recent order ID, order date. If we will take first, we will lose other transactions, but we need to count all of them. I think I will use window function. Maybe it's not the best case, but it's what I found now how to do it. Product ID, order ID, let's say it's total count of each product sales, and let's say total orders. Here what we will do, we will total orders, we can group by all because total orders will be the one column with repetitive. No, we actually no, because we choose only one row. I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, could you just once again go through your solution and explain one more time?
We have three tables: products, order items, orders, and we should join these three tables because we need the information of product ID and how many orders we've made per each product. And that's why in this step I firstly choose products, and after left join to the orders item, they have shared column product ID, and after orders item and orders table have shared column order ID, I just join these three and select product ID, product name, order ID, order date. Here for taking most recent product which we sold, date and order ID, I just write row number function. It's the window function. I group by product ID and order by order date descending to choose the most recent. And here what I've did, I just count order ID per each product, but it's window function. It will create the column which will have value for each product ID. Here at the second stage, we just select from first table and say that row number equals 1 in order to choose the most present. And what we have: product ID, product name, order ID, order date, and total orders. We can also name these columns like this because it was asking in the task. I think that's it.
Makes sense. I have several questions. Yeah, first one is, okay, we have like this count window function. Why do you need order by there?
Actually, we don't, but in some DB, for example, like BigQuery, it asks to you to write it down, but it doesn't make any sense because
yeah, I just was you can add it, but it's it won't make any difference. The last question for this task, could you once again explain why you chose the products table as the main one and you joined other table to this one? Or you haven't used, like, I don't know, orders as a main one?
Yes, because we should, for each product, we should show the most recent order date, order ID, but there could be the case when product didn't sell even one time, and I think we should represent it as well. I don't know, can I explain it clearly to you what I mean? Yeah, for example, there could be a product which didn't sell even one time, and we also should represent it as well.
Yeah, good point. Okay, I have one more question. So let's think about some edge cases, right? For example, if we have an order with two orders with the same date, and they are both like the most recent ones, right? How we can handle this situation?
Okay, at the same time, one product.
Yeah, that's it. We have we have order date, and
Mhm.
this is just a date column. Let's imagine we
Okay.
have two orders, but the
Mm.
date is the same, right? And this is the most this date is the most recent one, so we will have two orders with the most recent date.
We can use other function, not raw number. If I'm not mistaken, dense rank. I'm not oftenly use dense rank or another one. I forgot the name. Dense rank and one more function looks like it. I think yes, we can replace raw number with dense rank. It will make a sequence, even if it's the same order date. It will mark them different sequence, and it will choose just one of them.
Actually not. Raw number is the one that you need to use. Dense rank will, you get it right. I think so. Nikita, can you comment?
Thank you, Sergey. Yes, raw number just puts the sequence, of 1, 2, 3 in this order. So if we have the same date, it will randomly put number 1 to one of the orders, number 2 to another one, right?
Okay.
So it's correct, but I mean, I wanted to see something. We can use other fields, additionally fields, to add to this raw number to leave only one of this, right?
Okay,
So
got it.
if we have two orders with the same date, it means that we need to understand. We can just leave both orders by using, I think dense rank or rank functions, or we can use raw number function, and we should think about some additional field that we can use to make a decision which of the two orders we should use.
Okay, got it.
But your solution is correct. I don't have any other questions. Let's go to our final task.
What we have, for each customer, show their order history, including total amount of the current order, total amount of previous order, total amount of the next order. Tables, we have orders, order ID, customer ID, order date, total amount, expected output, customer ID, order date, total amount, previous. Okay, I need to read it again. For each customer, show their order history, including total amount of current order, total amount of current order. Can I ask, total amount of current order, it's just the amount of current order, yeah? It's a little bit confusing. Each order has one amount, yeah? And it will be the total amount of the order. Can you hear me?
We have orders, and each order has total amount. So yeah.
I think we just need to use the window functions here. It will be for the current, it will be just simple select amount. For the previous, we should use lag. For the next, we should use leave. Yeah, let's write it down. Order ID. First, we need our customer ID, then order ID, and then order date, total amount. Here we should have previous. Previous will be by lag. Lag total amount over. We will partition it by for each customer. We will partition it by customer ID, order by order date. Ascending, it will be the amount of previous order amount and lead total amount or partition again. We can just copy it. It will be the next order amount, and from what? From orders. Again, I think that's it. I think.
Okay. Yeah. Could you explain how these functions work?
Lag, just take the column and switch it by one cell down. And if, for example, it's customer's first order, it will be null for the first value of previous order amount. And leads do the same, but oppositely. It just take the column and switch one cell above. And it means that, for example, if customer's first order amount is 5 and second order amount will be 10, it will show it at the same level, like 5 for the total amount and 10 for the next order amount.
Got it. And why you chose like order by in ascending way, not a descending way?
Because we just need the history as it is from the first till the last. And yeah, if we will make, for example, descending, it will take the last purchase of the customer, and it will be pre-last purchase, not previous. It sounds a little bit confusing.
No, yeah, I got it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I think I don't have any comments to this task, so maybe just let's in total review and share I'll share my feedback and you will share how you feel. You can start first. How do you feel about the tasks and in general this experience?
Tasks are good. Just the question that I haven't any interview experience of data engineer interview experience, and I don't know, is it the real how to say difficulty level of tasks in real life or not?
This is actually, first of all, in data engineering, it depends. They can even not ask about SQL, or they give maybe like a similar tasks and understanding, do you know all these window functions and basic structures. There could be some more complex ones, but in general, I think it's enough to pass like a standard SQL mock interview. Sometimes you can see more like Python coding, right? Depending on the role. But I think it's just enough for your knowledge of SQL. It's just enough to pass SQL rounds. Maybe you'll get more questions. I'm talking about more about coding. Maybe there will be like additional questions about databases, indexing, partitioning, and clustering, these type of things. But in terms of like practical skills, I think you're good to go. Or maybe if there will be some tasks to write some scripts. My feedback is that I'm quite impressed. It was one of the best mock SQL experience that we had at Surfalytics. So what I really like that you just read everything out loud and you asked additional questions about the task just to clarify some things that you maybe wanted to clarify, to tackle these tasks properly. Also, you understood everything correctly and you were like really quick in your solutions. I saw that you have like confidence in your knowledge, and of course you know everything, every basic structures of SQL and even some window functions, and you explain everything clearly.
Thank you. It was a good experience for me as well, and I was nervous. I don't know, did you feel it or not? Yeah, but it was.
Yeah, I think maybe a little bit, but we are all nervous for these mock interviews. We're doing for this purpose, right? To have at least similar or at least as close as possible experience to the interview.
Thank you for your time.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for all participants who we have here today. And had a good day.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.